Alright, try this again. Good day. I'm AW, and this is something about the debt ceiling that we are in of $16 trillion. Let me repeat that one more time. America is in a debt ceiling of $16 trillion. Let's make this video aware for people. As dark as the image is on here, it's not my fault, it's really the computer. So moving on from that, $16 trillion in debt. We can get out of this. We really can get out of this. If my idea works and everybody becomes aware of this video, then there's a good chance that we can get out of this in X amount of years. Alright? If we can get out of this in X amount of years, we will be alright. Especially if everybody in America understands what's going together, hoping that we get our taxes back when everything starts getting balanced out. And if everything gets balanced out and we get back on the right road, then we get our taxes back and we continue on with our lives. Because one, you don't necessarily need your taxes back at the end of the year. If you could just continue on with what you're doing and making money and etc. and expanding your labor work, I guess you could say, you really don't have, you wouldn't even comprehend it. You just keep it moving, because some states don't even do that. Some states don't do the whole tax thing at the end of the year. They just keep it moving. Now, if everybody got in that brain frame for X amount of years, we can get out of this. Now, I would like to say, America, we need to help ourselves. And whoever may be in the White House, from Obama to the future presidents, if this works, the idea that I have, if it works, then it'll be a fresh start for everybody in America. Alright? And if it's a fresh start, then we'll have better things going on for us. But right now, things aren't looking too well. And if things aren't looking too well, we're all going to be some hurt people. We're going to be some hurt people hitting bankrupt and etc. Not just from the wealthy to the middle class and to the lower. We're all going to be hurt. And that's what nobody wants to comprehend. Now, I'm on no side of what's going on here. From Republican to Democrats, they're already talking about trying to come together, which they should be trying to come together and get out of this real quick, as I've been paying attention to the news. So, let me say this. At the end of the year, everyone gets taxes back. At least the ones, like I said, that the states that don't get taxes back. Now, if we can keep it moving from that, give our taxes to whoever, make a bank account, throw it all in there for these X amount of years, we can get out of this. Even if we pay it back in clumps of a year at a time and try and keep the budget as low as possible, the deficit as low as possible. You get what I mean? Not spend too much, so that way we don't have to worry about that and etc. Something will work, because we keep paying our asses. Now, if everyone in America becomes aware of our deficit and uses our taxes correctly to a bank of holding, in which I just explained, then we'll be alright. Because if you think about it, think this through real quick. One person gets at least $100 back in taxes from 1 year. That's you. Whoever's watching this video, put this in your shoes. You get at least $100 if you do or if you don't. Take it how you please, but take the example as what I'm talking about. Alright? So, if you get $100 back, now what about your neighbor? What if he got $100 back? That's $200 within 2 house radius, not including the other people that would live there. So, that's like $500 within 3 houses. Alright? And within that, if everybody in one state put it together, that's a good amount of money being put away or being gave back. Like, you get what I mean? And if it's gave back, then we can get out of this, as long as our money is being used correctly. If everything can go according to what's going on here, it's not our plan. It's just something that we should do because it obviously makes sense. As you're starting to go, wow, that does make sense. But not too many people are aware of this, and not too many people care about keeping their money up like that, because they're always looking for something at the end of the year to get something else better. See, I get money back And I could go buy a new TV if I really wanted to, but I don't have to worry about that because I like my TV. My PlayStation's old, and now I could go get the new PlayStation, but I don't need to do that. There are plenty of things that you could buy with your taxes that you need to get back that would work. But it doesn't make sense for people to keep doing that. And unless you get like $50 back, you can get a little bit back, but not too much, so that way we can get everybody out of that. Now, if I had a mathematician around here that could possibly put the estimated time and work into figuring out how much we could possibly get back without all of this going down, I mean, it would work. It would work to the fullest. I'm just saying, do the math. $100 per person, give the taxes back. I'm not saying 100. I'm saying like give majority of it. At least no like 250 or 257.5, not something like that. I'm talking about in like if you get 2,000 back, $2,546,000, give 2,500, and you get to keep the rest. Like, you get what I mean? Like, you can still keep some money, but you don't gotta keep all of it. Because if we can get out of this, the faster we get out of this, the faster things will be alright for everybody else. And if you can't comprehend that, then that means, one, you have no love for your kids. It's as simple as that. Do the math, because you're not caring about the future and what they're going to be brought into when they come up and what they have to do through their process. It doesn't make sense for people to be doing that. And like, you know what I mean? Call me an ass, call me what you want, but the fact still remains, it's true. That means you have no care for the future generations. Doesn't make sense. We're going to have a future generation whether you're here or not. And it does not make sense for people to get that strung up on what's going on. Now, if everybody can get through this, hell, we can make a plaque. Make a plaque for America 2000, whenever we get out of this debt, to show the respective people that have gave up their part of greed to make a better economy, I guess you could say. It's only fact. And the faster we get out of this deficit, then in the future generations they'll know on what we did for our country. So it's not just everybody in the upper class. It's everybody, the whole list, upper, middle, lower. Everybody will be remembered through that, especially if they get the year. It's as simple as that. So what's going on, America? We can make this video aware. We can get out of this, be remembered, start a new slate, and it would be a wrap. But we have to do it. We have to do it. If you can make this video get viewed, then people will recognize what's going on here. Just saying. Obama just can't keep talking on the news, and because everybody doesn't watch the news. But if everybody knew what was going on with the whole deficit thing, we can get out of this. And like I said, it's not just for Obama, it's for future presidents and whoever else is in there, as long as they maintain the balance of what's supposed to go on here until we get out of this debt. It's that easy. And if you guys can do this, we'll be good to go. Don't know how we're going to do it. Don't know how this video is going to get out there. Don't know how long this will take. But it's the only other way. And if we keep going up, we're going to be in 20 trillion. If we get to 30 trillion, I don't even know what to tell y'all. It just proves my case on going back to if you like future generations and if you like your kids already. Because they're going to be brought into that. And the faster we get out of this now, the faster everybody will be alright. I'm just saying. I've done the math, broke it down, talked with a friend. And he said it would work in a couple of years, and I trust him because the whole high school thing, etc. So, I don't know. That's the only. It's a case closed. If you want to get in a depth conversation, you could subscribe me. You could comment on the bottom. You can do what you want, and I'll answer back, and we can go into conversation with it. It's as simple as that. I know it sounds a little off, and it sounds Like, I don't know. I know what I give off. But if you want to know, if you want to go into, I won't say detail because I really don't like detail, but if you really want to have a conversation about this, I'm willing to have a conversation about this. Because people need to be aware of what we're getting into and what we probably won't get out of unless everybody in America gets their head in the game. If they can't get their head in the game, it's not just upper, it's not just lower, it's gonna be middle, it's gonna be all of this. This is up to us to get out of this. It's up to us. And presidency, he can't do it alone. He can't do it alone. Simple as that. He's gonna need, we are gonna need our help. And if we don't get out of this, hey, you better learn. You better learn what survival is. When we start running out of resources, we gonna need horses and buggies next. There ain't gonna be no flying, no none of that. Like, you get what I mean? So the faster we get out of this, faster we'll be alright. Alright? Stab on this, case closed. AW, like I said, message me if you want to. I'm here.